because we are up, we are ready. The teams are going to be dropping. 14 teams is going to be a little more area, I guess. There is going to be across the board. So there is going to be a little more space for teams to kind of be dropping down on for the time being. As yes, apologies for that. Yeah, my mic was turned off because my OBS settings were not fully fixed and I didn't pay attention to that. So you get 2 of me. Apologies for that. But that is going to be what we're going to be going live today. So we're going to be dropping right into it. And off the rip, there actually will not be any contests. Every team, I believe, has moved away from any form of contest across the board. So that does mean that there's going to be a lot of people kind of spread out. We're probably not going to get a fight for a while, as these teams will be relatively spread. You can see there's a little bit of proximity. We're going to end up seeing where the circle goes, though. And it is going to be more towards checkpoints. So a northwestern circle is going to be off the rip. That means the teams down in like Shipfall, Fish Farms, Launchpad, you guys have a marathon and a half to go for the time being. I mean, right now, everyone's just going to be looting up, especially with the change in meta that did come in with the new season, with Season 14 kicking off. We all know full well there was a huge meta shift, basically, and I mean, that kind of does speak into what the comps that we are seeing today, as I do believe... Oh, shoot. Okay, we are going to do a restart. Alright, so it does look like we have multiple players are having issues, so we are going to run a restart of that. So you're going to go back to me for a little bit here. As you can see this, as apologies for that. As it does look like we had 2 crash outs, I think, and then a player with a black screen. So unfortunately, things like that not helping at all. So we are going to do a restart. And, well, yeah, no one ended up dying. So we are going to be getting back into this, hopefully, and hopefully this does end up fix a couple things. As it does look like we are going to be setting up, so apologies for that, for the delay again. So that will be a bit of a drop. And I know a lot of the teams, I know a lot of the teams are going to be working on this. As, oh yeah. So yeah, this will be a bit of a reset, unfortunately. But we will be getting back into it. I'm going to go to BRB real quick, and we will be back in a moment. Apologies for that. Your selection for those who are trying to figure out what the heck we are. We are essentially a tournament series for players to kind of get the ALGS experience for teams that are not, like, you're just not high enough level to compete at the ALGS level. So players in this case are going to be Diamond 4 players and below. So all these guys, not the upper echelon, you could say, of Apex, but this is exactly what we are playing for, and that is what we're going to play. This is a free tournament. There's 20 teams. Our format is going to be... there's a champ squad here somehow. Interesting. Okay, cool. Didn't know there was that when we had that. But we are going to be starting us off. I mean, all the teams are going to be landing. Teams have declared some of their contest points, so I am very curious to see where these guys are going to be going for the off the drop. There doesn't seem to be any declared contestants, from my understanding, is that all the teams seem to have kind of split up where they want to go. Everyone knows where they want to go, but a couple teams are going to be dropping on places that may have not declared. As you can see, the players are all spreading out across the map off the rip, and we're going to see where these guys are going to be headed.
Yeah, everyone's going to be kind of dropping off, and you know, want to reiterate again, you know, if you're not if you're new to us in the ESRL recreational leagues that we do for Call of Duty and Halo, you know, we are just trying to give everybody an opportunity to play in a competitive setting. We all watch it. We're all fans of it. We want to you know, provide a space where everybody can do that, whether they are a grinder and they grind this game hours and hours on day, or if you're just somebody who wants to get home from work or spend a weekend to play in and get some experience in that competitive setting. We offer spots for everybody here, so hopefully we'll be able to see a good mix of both skill, expertise, and you know, some things in wild card strats that we haven't seen before. I will admit straight up, Apex, not a game I really got myself into. So I will be kind of picking off of Shio here to kind of show me the ropes a little bit. I played a few games over this week to try to get just at least a general understanding. I mean, it's a battle royale, so I mean, obviously last team is up, but when it comes to all the extra abilities and things like that, and the extra things that a lot of these legends can do, gonna be something I'm a little behind on. I apologize for that, but I do know that I will probably react to some of the great gun skill that a lot of these people have, because I know a good portion of these players. I know what they can do in other games, so I'm excited to see what they do in a situation like this. That's for sure.
No, 100%. As we are going to see, teams are going to be up. There are going to be about 3 teams, I think, in this region. I'm trying to figure out how to turn on the X-ray. Where is X-ray, and how can I find this?
I mean, I'm looking at the document that was sent to us earlier.
Yeah, the button that is supposed to be doing it is not actually turning on, so that's kind of a problem. And we are back. Apologies for the delay. We did get a co-caster in here as well, so you don't have to hear only my voice for the entirety of this day. So Eddie is in here. We are going to be live. Group 1 is live, and it doesn't look like anyone has crashed this time, so we should be good, in theory.
And it's a pleasure to be here. I'll try to cast as best as possible because I will be in Group 2. Basically, this is just scouting for me, getting as much intel as possible on who the demons are for Group 1. So, I'm excited to be here.
No, I already know it. You're here scouting out who your competition is to go through, and oh, that is the TWS. Not even gonna have to move at all. Look at that circle, right on top of them. These guys are gonna have a great time of just standing still. And they're about to discover that as well themselves as they pop that open and realize, hey, we have a circle.
And to be honest, everyone kind of looks good here. There's a lot of space to work around, really. You can see the bottom half of the map is more populated, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is a little less storm fights than normal. So I got Civity seeing someone over here, and he's all ready to engage. He's got his 30-30 locked and loaded.
That is going to be, I believe that's the side of Buck Nation, that's Giants and Co. that they were moving up. They did end up landing in Thunderwatch, I believe, and now they're going to be moving north, probably towards High Point. The circle does come in a lot faster. I mean, the changes that came in a ranked are also into effect here. As you can tell on the screen, I mean, everybody is going to be all across the map, but the circle will be closing. That means the teams on the outside will have to move in considerably faster than before. It means, I mean, you might not have enough time to make an armory push or anything anymore either. So, I mean, Lightning Rod team has a nice rotation in. Fish Farms might go for the armory. You never know what these teams want to do. But you can also see, like, if I bring up all the teams as of right now, the shift in the meta as well. There's a significant lack of Gibby and Caustic now.
Well, so some of the changes that we should probably highlight. You're not going to get any heat shields in the custom lobby. The storm will definitely be closing faster. So that's kind of like a tough choice that you got to make here. Are you going to loot and take some storm damage? Or are you going to rotate early and save those heals?
No, 100%. I mean, you just, especially the teams playing the edges, I mean, you just have less time to really loot. And then as you're going to go on that rotation, the thing that I found a lot of, like when I'm playing nowadays with the changes, is you just run into all the teams that are also trying to rotate through. And it's just, like, you use up most of your resources in that fight alone, basically. As you can see, I mean, the rotation's already going to beginning to come in. The team moving out of Shipfall, that is going to be pure gamer bunk, is going to be on that move up towards Antenna where TWS is sitting. I mean, TWS basically just has the Antenna resources and they don't have a lot else to work with. So we're going to see how this ends up working. For the time being, is I believe a player might have crashed out actually on the side of because they're trying to move the guy manually. So we're going to see. Yeah. Unfortunately.
No miscommunication. The guy definitely lagged out. Hopefully he can get back in here as quick as possible because the teammates have quite a bit to punch there in terms of length and distance.
Yep, and you see these rotations are going to be coming through up top. I mean, Sebastian team that landed command center, they're going to be just kind of chilling, waiting. They should be aware, I believe, that Giants and Co. are going to be up to the north. At least one other team should be aware of this fact. And other than that, there really won't be any engagement until probably we get to at least the first circle, unless I mean, these two teams working up north, we're going to have Buck Nation.
Mid-range.
Might run into these
Optics
guys.
here.
I'm not too
Close
sure
range.
yet as to how this might end up going down. But for the time being, there's a lot ongoing here.
And once again, they're shooting they're shooting the animals, the spiders, the predators, all these things just to get a little bit more resources as much as possible, because you can't just freely go out and chow here. Things are a little bit more complicated, calculated. You want to make sure that you're picking the right fights at all time. And I kind of see potentially Gnome, Gigabots, and Narwhal over here looking to potentially fight. They're so close to each other. I'm surprised that they haven't seen each other yet.
I mean, they're making a lot of noise too. I mean, I know at least Pexflux and like this team has been working away with the Prowlers for quite a bit here. And they are going to have to run through one of these two teams. I mean, you're going to see Buck Nation is going to be coming in. They're going to come around this corner. And they should run right into them, actually. Depending on how exactly they end up making this path. And they're actually going to dodge right by. I mean, the team of Thunderwatch here, Chop, they're going to just evacuate out. And somehow we're going to avoid a fight.
It's just good. It's just really good timing here. Dilemma did the 100 Thieves rotation where you can see them up at command. They just Valgalted across, looking to get right into zone here. As we can already see a fight happening. Oh, LD 99 God with some great shots here. Single bursting is 301.
Yep, and that is going to be TWS, who, I mean, you can see they have 2 purple armors and 1 blue. So, I mean, they, well, that was a nice shot there onto the drone out of Zafka. I mean, they had some nice loot on the site, but again, that's all they had. They didn't really have the luxury of kind of going to another location because, I mean, it landed on them, and then they ended up just kind of standing there. This is going to be the Gibby bubble forced out. TWS kind of choosing to back away from this. As they, I mean, you burn that cooldown, you also burn the ultimate out of Horizon as well, but it does look like they're going to try and back down and get away from this. On the other side, you might finally have a fight coming in here, or no, actually, this is just Rocco Rollers here on the inbound. So, I mean, right now,
bottom left here, we're
teams,
looking to get some fights here. Gear Bear and Big over here. They're definitely sniffing something out here. What's going on? Yep, there's a couple fights here.
Yeah, this is below average damage, and Sim Squad. Sim Squad was a 3rd place finisher in our last tournament as well. So we do, I mean, you do have them as kind of one of the teams that you have that are expected to at least go through to the finals for sure. They are going to run Vantage as well. I know the kind of community's been sort of mixed in how they feel about Vantage over the course since her release. And I mean, I don't know if I've been a huge fan of it, but I mean, you can see they are going to be getting aggressive right into the face. Below average damage is going to be taking quite a few shots here as they're going to have to back up. I mean, Duncan Daedalus is going to get that Phoenix off. He's immediately going to take fire once again as he backs down, and they know there's teams on top of them.
And once again, these just big body characters. They're really tough to kind of move around. Valk is already going down. Luca is able to kind of get his heal up, but Gear Bear's going down. Sim Squad is just taking care of business right now.
Yep, they are nuking it down. It is going to be a 1v1, but that is going to be below average damage. It's going to be the first team eliminated. They made it close on Sim Squad. As you can see, Sim Squad kind of cut it very close there with just 1 man down. But unfortunately, they are going to be eliminated. And they will be the first team going down. So respectable there in terms of the fight that they put up against the 3rd place finishing squad from the last tournament. But that is, yeah, unfortunately, they will be the first blood of the series.
And I believe they have 3 more games to kind of get back on track here, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, well, Sim Squad, once again, a little bit more established. They were around that first tourney. They're very comfortable in these situations, and it looks like they're going to get a full reset too. So we'll see as we're tuning in here to BBKG. They got the nice little poke gun, looking to see if they can get the purple shields.
Yep, I mean, right now, it's just going to be hyped until, I mean, G-Man is going to be, I mean, the poor guy still has white shields. Does have a bow check here and an R99 to work with, and they have the Watson, so they actually have a lot to work with here. As you can see, they do know there's players nearby, and well, I mean, they're going to be taking shots in all directions. On the outside, I mean, it is going to be quite a fight here. This will be a 3rd party coming in as well. Pexflux is going to be in a fight. They're going to be going down. They will take down Chop, so Chop is going to go down, but Buck Nation is coming in for the cleanup as well. At the end of that, it is, I believe, going to be a 2v3. Pexflux is going to be down 1. On the ground, it's going to be down 2. It's all going to be now down to Bacon.
Yeah, and they're able just to finish those kills. Really tough spot here for Bacon. He's getting pushed. Giants is looking to kind of finish this up here. A little bit early, gets absolutely mangled for that. You got to work as a team here, or you're going to get punished. These guys are shooting straighter than normal. They're locked in.
Well, that is going to be Pexflux going down. They did get the 3 KP out of it. So they did end up getting some of those points, and I mean that push maybe a little uncoordinated out of Buck Nation, as I mean you had one guy go in, get absolutely shredded, and then the Newcastle goes in, also gets shredded. So I mean a lot going down, and I mean the fight going on in Nintendo right now is just all over the place. Team players kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place here, as they have 3 players in this corner.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Giants gets a whole bunch of boxes to loot up, get ready, and I don't know what's going to happen here. These guys are in a really tough spot.
You have team players. I mean, Valkyrie is going to get across. Sebastity is going to exit stage left. Unfortunately, they kind of left his teammates behind. They cannot run the same way he can, and they can't fly across the gap. He's actually going to get knocked. He will go down. Team players is taking fire from multiple directions. I'm not sure if that's Pure Gamer or who it is in that. He's going to be taking fire upon them, but I mean, that is going to be a lot of players going down. Lumdum and Dilemma, the last 2 left now.
Did they get the thirst? I missed it.
I think they did. And this is actually interesting. So LD99 runs his R99 on single fire. I don't think I've actually ever seen that before.
And once again, when you don't have all the loot in the world, you just try to conserve as much as possible. You're really just trying to get your shield up, but you're not really gonna force any extra ammo usage unless you know you got a killer or a finish there. So it's good, but once again, it's hard too because you're so used to having 300 ammo all the time. But right now we got 11 teams up, and just more and more issues as they're kind of starting to rotate towards each other. Fika looking really good here. They got a nice charge situation, 2 cold shields. This looks really promising for Fika Gaming right now.
Yep, I mean the team that they are kind of running past right now is going to be SLG, the champions from our last tournament. They have 3 blues right now. The loot, despite going to mill, was not actually fantastic to them, and they do know that there is a lot. I mean that's 2 reds actually from the side of. Oh, and they have that. SLG's actually lost a player. It does look like someone crashed out, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get much going. Sim Squad also down a man. So I'm not sure if this is lobby instability or what is going on here, because it does look like teams are crashing out. I mean, you do have the ability to kind of come back into it. You can reconnect, so hopefully these players are able to come back into the lobby. I mean, as of right now, I mean, you have 2 Seer alts. I mean, this is the kind of expected fight that we have going down. It's going to be Rocker Rollers here and Buck Nation working through the back. Having to back up.
And you love to see the Newcastle ult, the Newcastle shield. They feel pretty safe. The only issue is they got the storm to their backs. They're going to need to fight through this to be able to rotate.
Yep, they know. I mean, Rocker Rollers does know they have the, I mean, they have the high ground here, and they do have the fact that they know that the other team is going to be forced in their direction. So Giants and Co. trying to figure out where they want to go around this, but they also got to keep in mind that there might be a team coming in from behind. I mean, you have 4-arm bassist and his teammates kind of working away around the outside of that other gate of Jurassic. They should be able to hear this. They should know this is going on. It's a matter of whether or not they want to also make that commitment to come in for a third party with the fact that they're still outside the circle.
There's some questionable decision making here. They have no ammo, and they're not necessarily pushing or getting any knocks here. Really, with 4 shots left, what can you do here if you're Rocker Rollers? This is really tough. It really does come down to kind of resource management here. He has no more bullets. He has a car. He has a 301. Looks like he's only good for close fight engagements, and I'm not ready to kind of test that with a full purple shield in front of us. A full team of purple shields. As we see the Newcastle looking to push up, Real Blue gets absolutely shredded. My goodness, but they do get the knock.
I mean, Real Blue is going to try and back up. I mean, his teammates don't have a lot of shield left. I mean, you can see Mike is going to be working around the outside, and they're just going in full blast. And you're going to see he's going to miss some of the car shots. He will get knocked down. It's all going to be on Real Blue now. And I believe a 1v2 here. He's going to be working around the back. The car. He's going to get the crack. He's not going to get the finish, though. And that's not going to get back away, but that will be it. Buck Nation is going to drop. And that's going to be Rocker Rollers with no ammo left on the board. Just somehow going to come out on top.
Excellent play. He's going to be able to reset. The only issue is the storm's on their back. Hopefully they're going to be able to heal up and get out of that situation. As we turn into Dilemma now. Earlier they lost their Valk here, but they still got their Seer, they still got their Horizon, and they're in a good spot. They're in zone right now.
Yep, and I mean, this is going to be interesting. So VBKG now is going to be the ones kind of gatekeeping here with TWS. I mean, TWS actually just flew straight out of where they were, out of the zone, and completely basically to the edge of the circle, and now they're in a kind of a world of hurt because they now have to come in on this. And it does look like SLG is not going to bother with this third party. They're just going to circle. But yeah, this is going to put them in a really bad position. Hyped is going to go down.
Once again, the things you do for KP, it looks like they cleaned up Rocco Rollers, but at what cost? They're going to be held out here. They don't have any chance. They are eliminated, and it looks like it was for 1 or 2 KP at most. Really questionable decision making, but I know those guys, they thought that they could probably get away fairly quickly, but without a Valk, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, but I'm also hearing that a couple of the teams that had players crash out, they are unable to reconnect. So we are going to have several teams with 2 players. So I think Sim Squad as well as SLG are running with 2 players right now. We will be doing a server switch after, so the lobby will have to be remade. But now I think a lot of these players are just going to be focusing on just trying to stay alive as of right now. I mean, we got Pure Gamer trying to take some shots here towards the team that's Valk ulting out. There's going to be some red shields as well. So you're beginning to reach the point where the teams that have been doing a lot of fighting are going to be purples, they're going to be reds. You're going to see a lot of them. They're going to see this team kind of rotating across as well. And I do believe that is team players, or what's remaining of them, as they are going to be short their Valk. They know they're also going to be between a rock and a hard place here, trying to get some positioning here as they can get towards that circle, but I mean, it's kind of hard. You got all of Pure Gamer bunks staring you in the face here.
One of the scariest things you can hear is the sound of a bow check this season, this split. The thing does incredible damage. 2-tap headshot, it's real tough, and looks like they even wasted the Gibby ult, hoping to kind of clear up team players right now. Pure Gamer's feeling pretty comfortable in the position they're in right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, on the other side too, we are going to have KTA in a fight as well, and I'm not exactly sure. I think it's Sim Squad. It's going to be a 2v3 here, all down on Big Buns McGlover. A 1v2, and he's going to do it. So there you go. KTA is going to be eliminated. Sim Squad, with 5 kills now, is going to be in the lead. As I believe team players also lost their second, so it's all going to be on dilemma here. Throws out the black hole to try and just give him some space, and he's going to just try and book it out of here. And, well, I mean, the bow check did miss. He's going to dodge an R301, and is not going to make it far enough. So down he will go as well. In the meantime, SLG is under a lot of fire here, as they unfortunately are in the 2v3. They are going to go down. SLG will be eliminated. As,
and you just,
numbers are beginning
you
to
love
dwindle.
to see
5
these.
squads.
You love to see this team. You love to see the end game. Excuse me. This is what I'm tuning in for. This is exciting. As you look at Duck, just guns blazing, opens a door, just starts spraying. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean they're in a world of hurt here. BKG is going to go down. They're going to lose 2 players. This is all going to be on the floor. Trying to figure this one out.
And once again, Storm to their back. That's impossible. That's a tough situation. He's just going to rotate, try to save some time here. Hopefully no one hears him on the left side of the building.
Yep, I mean, he's going to be the one alive, so I mean, there's going to be a couple teams out from the outside. He might have been spotted, actually. Not entirely sure. There's some nice shots from the bow check coming out here from LD99, as they're going to be trying to put in these shots. And that's going to be the team, I believe that was the 2 golds from the side of Fika Gaming Club, just trying to stay alive here. They have plenty of ammo. I mean, Max here with the turbocharger Havoc as well. That is basically my favorite weapon in the game. Is that turbocharger Havoc is just so satisfying to use. As they're now going to take shots though from down in the buildings. They're going to have to back down over this hill and just hope that the other teams kind of distract themselves to let them get in.
And they're in a good spot. They're going to be able to kind of heal up. Turbo Mastiff isn't a bad combo, but as we can see, Pure Gamer, they're feeling comfortable right now. They got their Gibby, so they're not worried about running across. But what you do have to be worried about is these cryptos being able to kind of EMP any bubbles if you don't get far enough down the road.
Yep, I mean, we're down to Fika, MUNT, Pure Gamer Bunks, Sim Squad, and BPKG are the last teams remaining. Sim Squad is going to be a team of 2, and we do have BPKG with only 4 on basis, who's, you know, just still in this corner. He's still alive, and it has not really been kind of filtered out yet. I don't know if there's a seer left, actually, to even figure this one out. And I believe the answer is no. They do not know that he's in this corner, so he's going to stay there and hopefully just pick up some nice placement points for his team, as they are top 5 as of right now. So you do get some points out of that. But right now, this is the fight right here. It's going to be Fika getting dropped.
Oh, we can see through the window the Turbo Havoc doing some great work. Fika, looks like Sif Philly, excuse me, is taking quite a bit of damage, but he's able to get his big bat off. Still in a comfortable spot. They got high ground. They're in zone. They just got to make sure they get not shot in the back, as they're looking to clear off the rat armed beast here. just trying to play his best escape simulator mode.
Yeah, but he has somehow still alive despite all these shots going in towards him. He's actually finally gonna go down. There you go. Sim Squad is staring at like a stack of boxes there. I'm kind of curious how these players died if they all just stacked up one on top of the other. Sim Squad, 2 red shields, looking in pretty good position despite being in a 2v or 2vx for the time being. We're gonna be on board with Fika. They're gonna see the remaining teams are gonna be all in that direction. There's 3 other teams left right now on the board. Well, we're going to see how this one ends up playing out with so much left to go. This circle is now beginning to close.
So yeah, once again, we got 3 teams of 3 with the one duo here. Just a waiting game right now as we're looking to see the alt accelerant kind of. The Gibby's looking to get his mortar strike for the final battle here.
Yep, I mean, the Bloodhound is going to reveal every position on the board, so, I mean, Fika does know where everybody is going to be. Adored's going to eat a shot. Not exactly sure what that was from. As you can see, they're just going to be kind of backing away as this circle is going to begin to move. And, I mean, right now, there's just a lot of movement right now. No one's really willing to kind of make that push because everyone's locked up in a building. Fika's going to be on the roof, actually, so this is either a great position for them or they're going to be the targets of every single other team in the game. But that is all to be determined, as once the circle starts moving, it's going to cause a lot of shifting, I think.
What do you say we move here?
As you can see, a couple peeks here and there, just trying their best to figure out as much info as possible. The doors are broken. The Arc Stars are coming in. They're going to be forced to use their bubble here. A little questionable on my end, but they're still alive and they're not wasting any heals.
Yeah, I mean, they're just got to hope that they can survive now long enough for that as well. Pure Gamer Bunk. Yeah, I mean, that crypto drone does want to use that. He's probably going to get a ton of value out of this as well, if possible. Depending on where they end up getting moving, the Sim Squad is going to have to start moving here. They are going to be closest to the edge of the circle of all the teams. And you can see the movement's going to start. This is going to be, I'm not exactly sure which team that is coming out into the open. But one team is going to start going down. They are going to be eating a lot of damage here, as you can see. He's going to be up top here. Now going to be in the circle, and that is a lot of circle damage.
Yeah, and they know Sim Squad's directly below them. They're just turning around, trying their best. Taking a lot of damage here, but they're still up. There we go, one goes down.
That's going to be one down. This will be the second as well. So there goes Sim Squad. Fika's going to pick those kills up. MUNT, meanwhile, is only down to 1 player. So this should be Pure Gamers to win. There you go. There goes MUNT. It's going to be them versus Fika here for the end of this game. And you can see they're going to be pushing right in towards Fika. That's going to be 1 down, though. So Pure Gamers going to lose 1. They're going to pick up 1 themselves. And it's all going to be down to the last player. There you go. That is going to be it. As well, I mean, where's the game ending screen here? I'm waiting for it.
Our first game 1 winner, and it was an excellent game by this LVD and Co. Right?
Yep, Pure Gamer, but I'm definitely gonna mispronounce that over the course of this game for sure. But they're gonna take it with the Valkyrie, Gibby, as well as the Crypto. So very nice setup coming out of them for the opening. And we are back. Welcome back. So it turns out, completely mispronounced the name of the team that won. It's Pure Gamer Gunk and not Bunk. Bunk is still more entertaining to me, honestly. So, I mean, I could roll with that for the rest of this, but I really shouldn't because they actually had a name. But for the time being, we have switched servers. We have hopefully reduced crashes. I'm not exactly sure. And that is going to be a nice circle for SLG. So SLG lost a player in the last round, couldn't reconnect, and I guess they're being rewarded here.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the good things about Karma, sometimes it comes your way. Once again, just very split out. 14 squads. They're gonna have plenty of time to kind of get their stuff, get their ammo, get their guns. Hopefully, a couple of heals and start making their way back into the zone, which looks to be pretty centered in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, this first zone is going to be really nice. I mean, you kind of have to feel bad for the Lightning Rod team, the Fish Farm teams. They got a ways to go. Everyone else in reasonable touching distance of the circle. I mean, we are going to be looking at the top right corner of the map here. This is going to be where most of the teams are probably going to be running into some conflicts. You got the team at wall that might rotate to North Pad. I mean, the Lightning Rod is going to run into possibly the team up here in High Point. I didn't even realize that was a POI, honestly. I don't think I've ever landed anywhere near that. So I just never realized that's a thing. But right now, I mean, we're going to just rotate through some of these teams and see where they are. MUNT is going to be the team out on Fish Farms. They're going to have some nice shields, actually. Purple, purple, blue. Pretty good for them. Pex Flex slowly getting kitted up. So, I mean, all these teams across the board are just trying to get some of their stuff going. and we're gonna see where they end up moving. I mean, we have to. We're gonna kill some time here, I guess, until some of these engagements start kicking off. But for the time being, a lot of these teams just trying to get all set and ready to go before that circle comes closing. You can see on the mini map, it's already coming.
Yeah, and of course, you know, no problem watching Pure Gamer Gunk as they do their thing. They did win that first game. I love to see that they're fully kitted with a couple blues and a purple shield.
Yep, I mean, they're coming out of shipfall as well. They don't have too far to go, but they should know. I mean, all the teams are aware of where everyone else is dropping. Everyone did declare. I'm pretty sure everyone did declare. So they should know that, like, you're going to have TWS here over on antenna, which they are rotating towards. So we're going to see if they end up approaching this. I mean, TWS had a little bit of a rough time in that first one. They got pinched in. Like, they had the prime positioning. And then it turns out it was the center of all attention, as every team was basically staring at them over the course of that. So they are going to be sort of backing away here as Pure Gamer Gunk is coming in. So we're going to see if they get into an early engagement there. As a command center team, you're going to see them rotating out. There's going to be team players. Is going to be making their move early, trying to see where this circle is going to go. They're going to get that information. And then across the board, there's not a whole lot going on. Something to note as well, that the crafting does have Skull Piercer and the 3x in it. So that Skull Piercer is going to be pretty critical, since the 30-30 has been picked up basically as a really common weapon across the board. So I'm looking forward to seeing well those
As we look at the big map here, Lightning Rod team is finally starting to rotate. There's a late rotation. I'm curious to see if they're going to funnel into each other at command, because at some point in time, one of these guys is going to have to turn around. Once again, not afraid to play in the storm, not afraid to rotate late, but they both tend to have the same idea here as we look at Stormcatcher as well. Another team that could potentially join them in a potential fight here.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, you can see the Scout is going to be picked up by quite a few. I mean, the Scout 30-30s, the way the meta weapons resulted in a lot of this kind of stuff. And you can see Buck Nation, this fight, again, they are aware this Lightning Rod team is behind them. They're going to have all the high ground, it looks like. I don't even know what they're standing on here, but whatever it is, they're going to be just unloading now on this team that's coming in on the rotation. That's 3 nades all coming down, raining down fire. The Gibby bubble's going to be popped. And, well, right now, Pexflex is in a bit of a problem here. They're going to try to get away, and they might succeed in doing so here.
Looks like they were able to do so, avoid with minimal damage. They did create a little bit of noise when they were trying to fight the Predator nest, but they were able to kind of escape without too much damage. As once again, good discipline by Buck Nation, able to stay on high ground, not push an unnecessary fight, and they just keep rotating now.
Yep, and they're gonna have a clear path as well. You can see I mean, Pexflex is making that rotation here over towards the wall. We have the command center team that was originally team players is now going to be working their way up to the north pad. So we're going to see how that's going to go down, because they're going to be attracting noise here from the side of Fika Gaming Club, our second place finishers in the last match. As well here, the Fish Farms teams and Pure Gamer Gunk are actually going to be running into each other. As all right, more crash.
We got another disconnect. Unfortunately, the champs here, the defending Game 1 champs here, are looking to see a unfortunate disconnect. But Dilemma, Lumdum, they were one of the duos that also experienced a disconnect. Looks like they're starting to potentially notice the rotating teams. They're all kind of chasing Storm here at the top.
Yeah, I mean Fika's pinging the armory as well, so I'm interested to see if they're gonna try and get kitted out here. They're gonna just weather the storm and just try and work with that for the time being. But it does look like, I mean, you're gonna have one team inside the armory here. This is gonna be SLG picking up everything that they could use, or actually no, they're not even gonna start this. It looks like. Nope. Okay, there you go.
The silly little guys, pretty comfortable. I think they're able to get this and hopefully get even more kitted than they are right now.
Yep, I mean, you're going to see some teams are going to be coming in here across the board. And this should be, Buck Nation is going to be running into Chop, I believe, here. Yeah, there you go. Buck is going to be exiting the command center. They are going to have to move forward, though. And they're going to have to move right into the hands, basically, of Chop. As, I mean, David is going to be down here with the Scout as well. The rest of the team just going to be shots from the top. And Buck Nation is just on the edge. They can survive here. They don't have a Valk though, so they cannot get out. They have to go through shots.
And once again, a Newcastle queue is a very, very nice thing to have in this situation. If worst case scenario, they can use their Newcastle ult, but they do have to rotate. I don't see a clear path for them, unless one of these teams start getting shot in the back here, which doesn't look too much like it's going to be the case.
Nope, there is nobody, it looks like. And it does look like the side of Chop is going to start pushing up on this. They want in, and they want in now. And Fika's actually going to go down. I'm not sure where that was, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure where exactly that fight was, but they did end up dropping. Gibby Bubble's going to come out. And you can see the Newcastle out here. They're going to try and stay alive. That's going to be one going down. Second, I'm not sure if that was a team here. That is going to be one going down. The other two players are out though, so they sacrifice the Newcastle, and the rest of Buck Nation is going to get out, and they're going to stay alive. So well played by them, actually. I mean, they sort of baited the poor guys, so the Newcastle just kind of sat there and was sacrificed. For the greater good. You lose one, the rest of the team stays alive, so you can get more KP. It's all planned, right?
And as Pex Flex and team players are looking to kind of fight, looks like one went down. You see a death box behind Gnome Guy. Lumdum, Sibidisi, looks like it was probably Dilemma. Looks like he went down. Sibidisi hasn't been picked up yet. I wonder what the play is there. Oh, he just got knocked. Sorry. So Lumdum is left by himself. Looks like he gave up on Sibidisi, and he's going to be rotating the Storm, running away from Gnome Guy and company.
Yep, I mean, you can see towards this next circle, I mean, you're going to have the TWS going to be set up very nicely over here in No Name. You're going to have the side of SLG is going to be there, as well as Sim Squad. So, I mean, 3 top contenders from our first series are all going to be currently in this circle in prime positions, as everyone else kind of has to work in towards them. So we're going to see how that ends up happening. I mean, the circle is still considerably large, and there's a lot of teams outside that circle. I mean, look at it. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams all working their way towards it. The rest of the teams do look like they're aware of the new circle location. So they are going to be all moving in towards it. But, I mean, right now, Sim Squad is going to be up on top of that rock. They love this position, especially when it's a prime circle spot for them. And that's SLG actually leaving.
Yeah, it looks like they're Valculting across, and it's not going to be for free as multiple teams are shooting at them. Let's see if they can get comfortably safe here. Looks like they're going to get the back of the building, and they're going to be relatively unscathed here at Mills.
Yep, and they're going to be running into Rocco Rowers back here as well. So Rocco, I think, is going to back up and Valcult out because they are aware that SLG just landed on top of them, and I don't think they want any part in that either. Actually, they're going to hop into the car, it looks like, and they are going to just motor their way out and try to stay alive. I mean, they're going to go right past SLG. They might be aware of that. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, they're going to get out, and they're actually going to fight this.
Yeah, they might not know it. A full team of 3, 1 on 2 on high ground, looks like. Oh, real Baloo just getting absolutely shredded right now, but he's going to get his big bat off here.
Yep, and they're actually going to lose Mikey as well. So here comes this one. I mean, the squad of SLG facing the top 1. And Moore's going to be working around the outside. He's going to get into the fight. He's going to be the last alive. And unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get much more out of that. Rocker Roll is going to go down. SLG will pick up that KP. And they're going to pick up that wipe, so Mills will now be there as London's coming in from the back. But it's only him, so, I mean, he's probably just going to be trying to trying to stay alive. Now, below average damage, dead center of the circle, and they're going to be the center of attention probably for a while.
Well, definitely one of my favorite teams, and especially team names here. I'm hoping they can do something special here, because below average damage, just great team name. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see whether or not they live up to the name. I suspect that they are doing a little bit above average damage for the time being. Actually, I don't actually know where they placed in the first round, so, I mean, we're not sure. Actually, they finished second last.
As you see Chop here, it's a duo. Giga Boots, they're Gibby. Not going to be able to get that banner, I don't think, so... Looks, oh, they did get it, sorry. They're looking to find a live beacon that they could potentially use that safe, which, as you can probably imagine, don't exist
It's not close at all.
right
They might,
now.
I mean, depending, Beef Baron might choose to go. There is a nearby respawn point, and there's only like one left basically in the circle other than in the middle. So I don't know if they're going to choose to do that. I do believe they're just going to medkit and go on with their 3. You're going to see MUNT is trying to look for this rotation. They've come a long way. I mean, they're the ones that we've dropped over by Fish Farm, so they're the ones that have been going all the way across map, and meanwhile, while that's all going down, KT has been eliminated. I completely missed that. My bad.
It's okay, we're focused on some other things. Sometimes it happens, but TWS in a good spot. They're safe in zone, and they got a few angles here to take advantage of. Good 57 charge rifle, one of the scariest sounds you'll hear in these lobbies today.
No, definitely. As you can see, I mean, some of the care packages are coming. The Vantage Sniper also is going to be giving some people some nightmares. The G-Man's going to eat another shot, probably from whoever ended up taking the shots in on Zafi as well. as the circle's beginning to close, and now we're going to be entering more towards the end game, depending on how this goes. Sim Squad's still in a great position up top. They know where some of these teams are. They do have the advantage as well, and that gives them a lot of firepower to just be standing up here. And this is going to be SLG now entering the fight.
And I'm not going to jinx anything, but Lumdum is still surviving, still ratting in between the sears. The man is just chugging along. As you can see, below average damage, just looking to get into zone here. Pretty good building, if I do things and say so myself.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, I mean, Lumdum's all the way on the back of the circle. He's still alive back there, and I don't think anyone spotted him. Pure Gamer Gunk is now going to Valk up and over. The problem is that most of the positions that you want to be in this blue circle have been occupied. They're no longer there. So we're going to see how these teams end up moving in. We're going to land, and they're going to basically just kind of move around the outside and see what they can do about this. As they're going to be dropping in. They're next door to TWS here. TWS is still eating these vantage shots.
Thank you very much is what Pure Gamer Gunk is thinking. They get a building in zone. They're happy. They're extremely happy. One of the scariest things right now that you can do is Valk ult, especially in a lobby full of 11 teams. But they seem to kind of get away unscathed, and with the building as well. So good for them. TWS is kind of picking up on them now and looking to get their shots in. They're about 20 shots, 20 damage or so from purple shield. So you know they're gonna poke.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the teams. I mean, there's going to be a late team. They did get that respawn off. Chop got their gibby back. They went all the way up to the north point near checkpoint, got him in. I mean, Gigaboots might end up going down the circle here, actually, so.
Yeah, you're not going to get that med kit off, Gig. You got to keep running, big guy. Got to keep running, and unfortunately, they're just going to die to storm damage. They did get the res off, so, you know, it was a good effort, I'd say.
Yeah, I just don't think that they're not going to survive that circle damage, and that player's going to go down. And now they're going to be in a fight here on the outside. Chop, unfortunately, is going to be in Buck Nation. Buck Nation is also achieved. So this one's a 2v2 here, but the bow check is going to be in the hands of Narwhals as BPKG ends up going down. Gnome Guy with now the kill leader with 3 kills. And the BPKG did end up dropping. So we're going to see the Seer ult's going to get flown out. Actually, the Seer, they just Valk ulted out. So that should be... Yeah, that is going to be Chop getting out of there. The problem is that where are you going to go? You're 2 people, and there's really not a whole lot of places you can drop down onto, as they are going to drop down onto the cannon, it looks like. And, well, they didn't end up taking it, but now you got to kind of maneuver your way around all these teams that are incoming right now.
And it's just tough to see one of the crowd favorite rats, Lumdum, did get kind of cleared up and taken care of, so we're down to 9 teams here. We look at the top here, you got Simp on high ground with the flat line. These are 2 things you don't want to hear if you're the bottom team on low ground.
Yep, and that was going to be Pexflex. They were a squad of 2. They did end up going down, so Bacon and Bulldops end up dropping. So that is going to be some points picked up here for Simp Squad here.
And just in a dominant position. High ground on the top rock. You love to see it.
Yep, and now it's all going to be Giants is the last one left from Buck Nation. He's going to be ratting out in the back. The problem for him, though, is that they're well aware of his existence. I mean, this is TWS. They are fully aware that he's going to be there. Probably not going to be long for this world, unfortunately. That is going to be a Loba teleport, I think, thrown out.
Yeah, the Loba Q. Pretty far away.
But that is going to be a lot of shots going in below average damage, picking up some nice damage there. They are going to be purple shielded up on these players. It's going to be a nice crack, too, out of the scout. So that fight is going to be going on. On the other hand, you're going to have SLG coming in from the back. This is going to be... I mean, Sim Squad is going to be very spread out, and they're about to be pinched because you're going to have the side of below average damage on one side. You're going to have SLG coming in from the back, and you still got MUNT here over by the armory. And here you go. They have no idea SLG is back here. Oh, okay, maybe they do now, I guess, since they went to fire. But this fight is going to be good. SLG is going to be taking some shots. They're going to just kind of reset it a little bit. But this is where it's now about to get very tested.
Absolutely. And some of the tough fights that you're going to have to take here as a Sim Squad. Once again, 300 ammo, flatline PK. He's sitting pretty comfortable up top here, just looking to get potentially a red shield.
Yep, I mean, SLG's been taking a hammering here too, it looks like, as well. They have not had a good time with some of this. And that's going to be a player exposed out on the back. He's going to be one shot. He's actually going to survive that. Somehow he gets the battery off. I have no idea how exactly, and there's going to be a teammate going down from the side of Sim Squad. They're going to be just laying in some shots here towards the ones that are remaining. This is going to be, or excuse me, that's not Here we go. Okay. We do not do that veteran correctly, apparently. SLG is going to be the next player up.
So, if you saw here, Sim Squad got a little greedy. Their Valk goes down. SLG is able to kind of reset. They're getting their shields back up, and just like that, it's a 2v3. High Ground is a little bit in more trouble than you'd expect because they lost a player. They do have a mobile respawn, so if they are able to kind of get the banner, they might be able to reset. But no, Big Buns McLovin gets down 2. I'm kind of baffled here. These guys are getting greedy for no reason, as now you can see Aquilina getting absolutely bulldozed and rushed at.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to have the time to get that respawn off whatsoever. As you can see, SLG is pushing up. He's going to have to fall off. Try to just stay alive here for his team, as that is going to be Sim Squad now in the superior position on the map. As you can see them all just kind of running around in a circle, and this is going to be Pure Gamer Gunk beneath SLG. I think they're looking to try to pick this fight if they can. The problem is that SLG is all the way up top, and now they're going to be into fights. I mean, you can see them, Pure Gamer Gunk, open for this fight. It doesn't look like they're going to be in a great position to do so here, as they're going to be very underneath the side of SLG here.
Yeah, not too many clear angles, and just like that, you see the Seer Q. Surprised they know where you are.
If Sledgehammer did end up dropping down, though, which is going to be an interesting move here. We're going to see where they end up moving this position to. The Pure Gamer Gun probably wants to just get out right now. And we're now down to 6 squads, and the drone's going to come out. Oh, that's what that was. I was wondering what that was there. This should be the EMP used. He's not actually going to get it off. He ended up losing the drone before the EMP.
He gets the intel, but he doesn't get the EMP off. Once again, you're in a tough situation here with the storm closing in on your back, and you've got 10 seconds. This is going to hit, and it's going to hit hard.
100%. I mean, yeah, Pure Gamer Gunk is kind of forced position here. They're all going to go down. They just got kind of forced out by the circle, and it really just did not go their way. That's going to leave SLG now with a solid number of kills. Pure Gamer Gunk is now out. 4 squads left. It's going to be TWS, below average damage, who's still in it. You got to love that. Chop now down. Someone's still alive, but now they're eating fire. As I believe that's going to be SLG on top of them as well. There you go. Chop goes down. SLG with a lot of kills.
Yeah, SLG's doing their thing. You got TWS with their Watson. They're not worried about being out in the open because they know they got their Jenny to protect them from anything too crazy like a Mortar Strike or an Arc Star. So it's a really tough situation here. SLG, TWS, and I don't know who the third team is right now. Below average.
The Eddie favorites is exactly who's on the board right now. They're going to be coming in behind SLG. SLG is actually in a lot of trouble. They're going to go down. They're going to lose 1. And that is it. They're done. They're out. It's now a TWS versus below average damage. And below average damage is in a great position here because, I mean, yeah. TWS
they haven't picked it up. They haven't picked it up.
Yeah, they're
no.
not going to be able to. That's going to be 1 down. So 2 players are going to drop below average damage. And now they're so low. They are so low here for Gamer as he comes in. And that's going to be below average damage. Taking it as they come out huge with, I mean, that Gibby ult to open it up. And TWS was too slow to throw the Watson ult down. That was just clutched up out of them. And they're going to take it.
Good for bad over here. They did call in the Mortar Strike early. The Jenny was a little bit slow. They threw the Arc Stars, and they definitely felt the damage and the timing of it, that they pushed very well. They were able to clear up the Watson, and Zaffy didn't have much of a chance there either. He did get some shots off, but Luca.
And welcome back, everyone. We are now turning our attention to World's Edge, as Storm Point is over. World's Edge is on the cards, and we are going to be set and ready to go. You're going to see a lot of, again, spaced out landing, as there should not be any contests. There's going to be Fragment East and West, which might be the closest, I think, location. Care Bear and Co. landing No Name, or Village, as well as Overlook. There's players all across the map, and Skyhook is actually being split in half as well. So we're going to see if these guys are going to be polite to each other, or if they're going to be taking fights. But Countdown is going to be the big job. Is that? Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. I was like, is it? I didn't remember if that was even a thing in tournament mode. I believe it is. So here we are.
You got your classics and your standards. You can see TWS landing Climatizer. You got a couple options here: Frag East West, Epicenter. You got Gnome, Bull Ups, Survey Camp. One of my all-time favorite landing spots is unclaimed. I hate to see it, but in the bottom half of the screen, you got SLG You got someone on Big Mod. You got Lava City. We got a bunch of potential fights here as they're going to start rotating to the bottom left of the map on World's Edge here.
No, especially with Harvester as well. I mean, a lot of these teams should be aware of what the open POIs are as well. So, I mean, if you're the Harvester team, you probably want to be heading towards staging there, which is going to be empty. I mean, Countdown is currently occupied. Lava Fisher is also empty, so you basically get 2 POIs for free there in that area as well. Lava City, Big Mod is going to be all grouped up. You got Geyser as well. So we're going to see how these rotations go through. The problem, though, for teams like TWS, and you can see, I mean, Pexflux is heading up here towards Survey Camp. You got a marathon to go. I mean, not as much as Storm Point. We're not as big as Storm Point, but you still got to run a long way.
Well, you do love the classic rotation. If you're Pex Flex, you're going to hit up Survey Camp, you're going to go through the tunnel, you're going to hit the balloon at the back. Bada bing, bada boom, you're outside. But Dilemma, Rio Chan, these guys, team players, they're still over here at Skyhook. They're taking their time, KTA and team players. I'm having a feeling that these guys might fight here as I think they both do have a Valk, so maybe not, but, they're just lingering way too long here.
I mean, they were at least polite enough to split it in half. So you never know.
Yeah.
They might be like pretty nice to each other. They might be going, all right, we're gonna not do anything too crazy, and we're gonna not try to take each other out for like 14th place. You never know. We're gonna see how it ends up going. But for now, I mean, the circle is beginning to close. You can see the movement is going to be starting to force these teams across the map to get in towards those circles. SLG is in fantastic position. Get all of Lava Siphon. Sim Squad is going to be right nearby. They're going to be heading a little out of the circle. But they're going to be in a great position as well with the way the circle is closing. So SLG kind of gifted 2 circles in a row to make up, I guess, as well as Sim Squad. So both the teams are being just gifted some stuff here for the fact that their game crashed out. I promise it's not rigged. I know there is like custom ending circles, but we don't bother with any of that.
I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly.
It hasn't been proven. Yes. Okay. Well,
Allegedly.
we got it.
I am not doing anything.
We got Thermal Station about to be finished, looted up. Once again, plenty of space. Staging hasn't been touched. The team from Harvester looks like they're sliding over to Landslide. And we got Mikey Valculting over to the tunnel, looking to move on from the Frag West side of the thing, of the map, right?
Yep, I mean, you're going to see the team coming from Geyser. This is going to be Chop is going to be exiting the tunnel here, and they're going to be hitting Village, and they're going to realize that Village has kind of been taken. The doors are open. They do realize that. I'm not sure. I mean, I know the team in Overlook did call Village, and I'm not sure if Chop is fully aware of the fact that they got there already. But they are going to find out that it is empty. There's going to be basically nothing left for them, unfortunately. And we might, as I call them Rocco Rollers, it's actually Roco Rollers. This is supposed to be for Road Company. I'm not sure if he's trying to pick up the Volt or not here, but it does look like they're going to be putting in some kind of long-range shots. That is going to be a team exiting, as they're going to just Valk Golf and get out of town. And we'll be heading across the map. It is going to be the Frag West squad of Buck Nation. They're going to be out, down and out, and back into that rotation. So very nice play out of them, as they're going to get over here towards Harvester now. There was a team in Harvester, and that was Sim Squad. They've left. So we're going to see now all the teams kind of filtered in. You're going to have TWFs coming in. This is going to be below average damage coming in from Overlook. And probably trigger a couple fights about now, you would think, but that might not be the case.
With round 1 closing, we still got all 14 teams up. Once again, everyone seems to be pretty comfortable. The timing isn't seeming to be too much of an issue. Maybe potentially you got the TWS and Gare Bear on the right side here, but Roco Rollers, they're in the middle of the zone. They're fairly comfortable, looking to set up even further here.
Yep, I mean they got a Mastiff as well early, so this is going to be very nice. I remember Real Blue was mentioning that he got killed by a round 2 Mastiff in the last game. Well, now he's got a round 1 Mastiff, so maybe he can't complain as much now, depending on how this goes. He's kind of set up and has exactly what he wants, more or less, here with this weapon. So we're going to see they're going to be setting up here, as they do know they are being pushed. I do believe that is going to be the side of Sim Squad. He's going to be set up here with their own generator. So both these teams, more of a defensive posture. They don't really want to move out there. And they'd rather the other team come to them. But unfortunately for both of them, no one is going towards anybody.
And if there's one team you don't really want to face too early on, it would probably be the Sim Squad. They shoot really straight here as TWS looking to get out of zone. Everyone's taking a whole bunch of damage here. Looks like they're in a fight right now, and Oh, there's some skin here. Are they going to get the knock? Yes. Dilemma able to take out not Bacon. Pretty comfortably, I'd say.
Yeah, Pexflex is going to be working on that rotation. They are going to get it into the circle around the other side of the rock, it looks like. So this should be team players. Should be able to get back into the zone, or they're going to try and chase it down. And it actually looks like they're going to try and chase. Oh, no, maybe he's just going to loot the body.
And once again,
100%
London.
sure.
Very happy to see his friends beside him, not having to rat. He's a very happy camper right now.
No, definitely as well. I mean, the next fight here is, I mean, it's still going to be Rocker Rollers trying to work. The problem here, though, is that they've actually taken over the tunnel. And that does mean that the side of Sim Squad is going to have to come in. The circle's actually still closing here. As you can see, Pexflex is going to get into the engagement here. That's, I believe, I'm not sure if that's one down. I think it's, yeah, it's going to be one down. So this is going to be a 2v2 here. Over the edge. As we can see here, just taking a ton of damage. Down goes London as well. You can see the shot. It's going to be all down to the Valkyrie here, and that is going to be team players eliminated. They're going to be the first squad out.
And in a shocking turn of events, Pexflex 2v3 are able to turn around and say, you know what? No, I want my teammate's banner. And team players just get taken out.
Yep, I mean, on the other side, I mean, this is going to be Fika lost 2 players. It's going to be C Philly and Max both down. It's all going to be on Tortured Cobra to stay alive for those placement points. And other than that, not too much fighting breaking out. This might actually be the next engagement here. That's going to be TWS coming in on Chop. They are going to be seen. TWS, I don't know if they were spotted, if they know this is here, as they're going to see 2 more players. Chop is going to turn right back around. I don't think they want to take this fight. They do have white armor on one of their players, so they're going to be trying to just back away. Zaffi's going to eat a lot of damage. He's actually going to be on a white shield as well, so not a whole lot available for these 2 squads. So I mean, they might do this to farm up a little bit.
Of course, and you see the big body characters with the movement able to get into a safe space. We got a triple take. We got a 30-30. It's the battle of the poke guns.
Yep, and Fika's actually been knocked out. So Tortured Cobra did get spotted. He did get dropped, so that is going to be Fika exiting in the 13th, as they're not going to be able to replicate their solid performance from the first game. They will end up going down. There's going to be a fight over on the other side of the map here. It's going to be below average damage. Our current champions, Sim Squad as well. So this is going to be a big fight here, because these 2 teams were top finishers in the last game. We're now on a different map, and not sure how much of a difference it'll make. We'll see, as well, they're going to be eating a lot of damage. I believe there's actually might be a third party. Exactly, yeah, that is going to be a third party here. It's going to be KTA coming in from up top, as Rauchan is going to be working his way in. I mean, they know where these players are. They're going to spot them at the back as well, so the back door is going to be open. They're going to be eating some shots. Sim Squad kind of in quite a bit of trouble here, as actually below average damage is backed away. So this is just going to be KTA and Sim Squad going at it. Meanwhile, Buck Nation is going to be in a fight here on the other side over in Harvester with Chop.
It's once again, you're expending all your resources, all your ults, just to stay alive. It's really important that you don't get first blooded in all these engagements. That you can see below average damage, looking to shoot the Valk team out of the sky. Wasn't able to connect too much, but they're comfortably in zone. They're rotating on the high ground here, looking good, looking cool, looking relaxed. As once again, one of the better performers today's. So far, World Edge doesn't seem to be too much of a transition for them compared to their Storm Point.
Nope, and they're still doing very nicely here, as this should be over on Lava side. You're going to see Team WS is going to be walking right by. I believe it's the side of Pure Gamer Guns. They do get spotted. Probably don't have the range for this. I mean, well, why is going to have the Wingman with the Skull Piercer, so a very nice setup. I mean, that's basically what you want in this weapon. But on the other side, we're going to see as well BBKG now should be getting into a fight, I believe, because there should be a team incoming on them. There's going to be 2 squads actually coming in on them around this corner. They're going to have a little bit of going to get into a fight with the side of KTA. KTA is now stuck in the circle, and they're going to be taking some damage here. They're going to try to back away, but Corrupt is going to go down. Cryo as well. It's all going to be on the Valkyrie. Sanjo Lee, last man standing from their team, and he's going to get pushed, unfortunately. And here we go. This is the last player coming in.
Doing a good job of using his teammate's body, but the Seer and the Gibby, KTA didn't really have much of an option there. Below average damage, don't come out unscathed though. 2 knocks on them too. Garrett Bear is just looking to survive at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they went for those KP, and unfortunately that did allow DPKG to just come in from the back and melt them, so they're down 2 as of right now. Trying to just stay back, stay alive. I think they're taking shots from, I'm not even sure where those shots are coming from. Roka Rollers is still set up nicely here. As oh, it's actually going to be Sim Squad that was putting in those shots towards the side of BPKG. They're going to be rotating now around the outside.
And I'm curious to see.
Where they started.
Luca was trying to crawl towards his teammate there. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything about it. He dies in the tunnel. Once again, Gare Bear's just on his own looking to run away. He's stuck in this corner with 4 arms, knowing that too. As we see a different fight here. Buck Nation able to use his Seer Q. He can identify all 2 purple shields, 1 gold. Looking to question if they're going to chow this or not with their blue shields.
Yep, they're thinking about it right now. I mean, that is they're gonna be at a significant disadvantage as of right now with that. As another Valk ult is gonna come in, I believe, and that is what Narwhals is looking for. They do know this team's there. They're probably just gonna try to back away. They don't have that knowledge of that new circle yet. But both teams trying to just we're gonna throw down the peace treaty and we're gonna back away. You got Pure Gamer Gunk kind of in the middle of a few teams here. They're inside of the tunnel. They do know there's at least 1 squad on the other side of that wall. Care Bear, meanwhile, has gone all the way around the back. 46 is going to walk into an ongoing fight. It's going to be MUNT as well as SLG going at it here. As they're going to try to just back up. As, yeah, unfortunately, Care Bear's getting the last one alive. SLG does have, I mean, they did bring the Fuse. I think they're the only team so far that has brought Fuse into this event.
They're fraggers, as you can see here. Jin Mori with 2 kills. SLG feeling very comfortable. Excuse me, right now. They got good positioning. They got good shields. They got good ammo and resources. They're just waiting for a good opportunity to take some shots.
Yep, SLG is going to just kind of back away, get back into the circle. You can see, I mean, it does look like Chop was getting into a fight out there. But that is the side of BPKG. Is going to Valkyrie out. They're going to get back into the middle of the circle. They're going to spot all these players around them and realize, oh, there's a lot of people here. And hello, surprise, you're going to land right on a team that appears around the corner. And that's going to drop Ducky. That's going to be 1 going down. And he's going to, oh no, he's going to get in. He's actually melting. His forearm just absolutely melts 1 player. Looking for the second here as well. And unfortunately going to go down. That's going to be Roko Rollers. Who's somehow, I mean, wait. Oh my god,
Raider able to save the Horizon ult from popping off. You love to see it. Rocco Roller, they're trying their best to save some time. They get the res up. They're going to be able to reset as BBKG is looking to kind of kidnap their team away to a safer position here.
Yep, going to try to put the portal down in here, I think. They're going to get a player out, and they should be able to get this res off in the meantime. Well, this fight's still going down here. Rocco Rollers inside with Pure Gamer Gunk. Working around the outside, I mean that, yeah, the Watson ult is absolutely eating up the Horizon ult. It's huge. That's going to be a knock there from Pure Gamer Gunk on the real blue. So that's going to be the Mastiff out of commission. And the rest of the team is just trying to back away. They're just running towards the back. Just trying to stay alive. And yeah, it's just going to be now Mikey.
Mikey's making the professional decision here. You know, it's okay to run away sometimes, especially when you're getting outmanned, outgunned, and out shield armored there, as he is able to kind of play his life. But there's a Seer on the other team. I don't know if that's going to be the best spot.
Yep, I mean, there's Seer also going to be Sim Squad coming in. They're going to get 1 knock there. This is Buck Nation that they're going into, as they're going to lose a second. It's just going to be down to the Gibby in this corner. He's going to be flashed, and he's going to go down. Buck Nation is going to get run over here. There's going to be 10 squads now left. As you can see, Roko Rollers is just going to be Mikey in the corner trying to stay alive. On the other side, TWS and Tech Flex are now going to be in the fight. The Black Hole will come out. They're going to destroy that, and they're going to get away relatively unscathed, I want to say here.
It was a good ult. They just didn't expect the door to be closed, and once the door's closed, it's very easy to shoot and destroy that black hole. They're going to be able to be very comfortable here, as TWS is playing low ground, looking to queue up and get a better position here. They might take a little bit of lava damage, but they're relatively okay, looking to kind of get some shots here on Infinite BET.
Yeah, this is going to be MUNT, who's going to be down to just the Caustic, it looks like, and the Caustic is now going to evacuate out and just try to get out of dodge. And he's actually running right. This might be a gifted KP, depending on which direction he goes in, because there's somebody hiding. This is BPKG is chilling out of this crate. And they're going to see him, and that's going to be a free gifted point. Down goes MUNT. Pexflux is also going to be eliminated. So there's going to be some, I mean, Foreign Basis is the kill leader with 3 kills. He just absolutely handed one. In the meantime, we're going to have another fight going down. That's going to be chopped down. And Roko Rollers is also out, so there we're discovered as well. Pure Gamer Gunk is now going to take the lead in kills.
Yeah, Adored with a nice 4 kills here. He is the kill leader, looking to do very well with his Seer, able to secure the building for now. As we kind of look in here, they're looking to kind of refresh, reset, collect as much ammo and heals as possible. SLG looking to pick up a Kraber. Now, don't put that in my hands, but I'm very comfortable with Sledgehammer here. We have seen Silly Little Gamers use this before. They're very good with the 140 body shot for sure. So once again, red weapons are going to probably decide very comfortably some of these gunfights as he drops it for one of his teammates here.
Yep, and you're going to see this is going to be SLG coming in from the back. They're going to be right on top of TWS. I'm not sure they're fully aware of that, or they are now, most definitely. They're going to spot that. They're going to be at a considerable shield advantage here, too, as this is going to be TWS. They're going to try to back off. They're just going to try to get out. They're going to drop most of Jinroy's shields here. As the Q is going to come through. G-Man is going to drop, so this is now going to be a 2v3 here situation, as they're going to know exactly where Zappy's coming from. No one's looking at Zappy whatsoever, and he's going to get around that corner, but he's unfortunately going to go down. Tyson down to be the last one alive. Here, Gamer Gun goes out. TWS goes out as well. So now we're down to 4 squads.
Yeah, you definitely love to see that. Unfortunately for TWS, I thought they were going to be able to take care of something, but they did get shot from a couple other teams there. They do go down, and BBKG, once again, very comfortable in this crate. They're just buying some time here.
Yep, I mean, it's below average damage, solo, BPKG, duo. There's 4 squads left, there's 9 players.
Now, let's be mindful of Gare Bear's journey here. He did have to avoid, like, several teams run across the zone. Hopefully this isn't the end here, but he did an excellent job staying alive, getting a top 4 placement for his team so far.
100%. I mean, this might be the end depending if SLG ends up pushing him. It doesn't look like they're going to choose to do so yet. They don't know the information. Sim Squad, 3 reds. They are ready to go. They are going to be pushing in now. This is going to be, I believe that's BPKG's duo there that were in the position. As there's all this fight going down beneath the bridge, SLG should be on top in basically a prime position, but BPKG in a bit of trouble. They're going to try and ult out, and they're going to go for it, and I think they're going to get out in time. They will spot all these players, but, well, that is a lot of beams right now on the down.
The big target on their back, but they do get it off. They're able to kind of rotate around. The half of the challenge is done. The other half is landing somewhere safe, which isn't going to look like it's going to be the case, but they managed to get under to the bridge, hopefully securing a little bit more time to pop off this bat.
Yep, I mean, that is going to be below average damage. Care Bear is still alive. SLG and Sim Squad now are basically the 2 full squads left, and there's going to be high ground definitely for the side of SLG. We're going to see how they end up being able to use it, because Sim Squad is just directly beneath them. And I think in this case, when it comes to end circle, it is going to move off of this bridge, it looks like. That is going to force SLG to drop off this bridge. So this is going to be an interesting position. I think Sim Squad has to have an advantage right now in terms of where they're set up, especially with the Watson fences. SLG trying to choose to decide whether or not they're going to have to go for this.
Yeah, as they are getting targeted from the top, it's a really tough situation here. You got a full team of 3 up top. You got a full team of 3 with the generator at the bottom. Looks like SLG is just looking to be annoying here, destroy some of the fences, and just be a little bit more comfortable in case they do need to drop down, which might not be the case.
Yeah, I mean, Gare Bear is about to be in a world of trouble, because here comes the circle, and he's going to be forced out of his protected little hole. SLG still trying to figure out what they want to do with this, and I mean, this is a real weird position, I think, for both teams. The Sim Squad would prefer not to move if they could avoid it, because you're worried about the main squad that is SLG above you, but you do have to deal with the stragglers that are still there causing a nuisance around you. You can see, there you go, there's BPKG. They're going to be like, basically providing a distraction here, and SLG might be able to take full advantage of that.
Just once again, it's a matter of which team do these duos and solos want to just like grief, really. As you can see, Sim Squad able to do some serious damage on the Seer, but he doesn't do it for free. He's getting shot from the top. And Gare Bear finally getting eliminated, right? So good for him. Once again, top 4. A very good performance out of him as we're looking to kind of close this out here. We got 2 teams of 3, and I can't tell if it's a duo. Yes, it is.
Yep, it's going to be BPKG duo. And then Sim Squad and SLG as our top 3 as of right now. The Sim Squad, I think, is going to be trying to push this one in now that the circle's closing, kind of forcing BPKG to come out. Well, if they're going to come through, that's going to be almost a knock on one. There goes one. The Sim Squad's going to drop down as well, as that's going to be the Mastiff here. And spicy, because I believe SLG has now joined the party. Sim Squad is now out. It's going to be BPKG versus SLG going for that shield swap, and unfortunately is not going to be the case. SLG is going to take it in the end, be able to take full advantage of the chaos that fight ended up causing. And again, it was basically like what we were saying, is that by being able to like Sim Squad had to make a decision on whether or not they were going to have to deal with the guys that were down there beneath them as well. And unfortunately, in doing so and taking that engagement, it just means SLG can third party it and just walk on in. That is going to be game 3 going down.
Positioning is key, absolutely. They can pick and choose when they choose to fight. Once they
Back to map 4 of the group stage. We are going to be ready and into it. This is going to be the final group map of group 1, and then we'll be turning our attention towards group 2 following this. But right now, it's quite a race down at the bottom. As you can see, I mean, there's going to be, there's a lot of fighting actually going on up here right now. It's going to be Buck Nation, KTA, as well as, I believe, their team players is all going to be up here involved in some fighting, it looks like, as KTA has dropped in. And there's going to be a lot of action here going on in Skyhook for the time being, as it is going to be a circle centered down towards the bottom right corner of the map. So unfortunately, my co-caster has left. Eddie has to go prep for the next one. So he will be a little bit occupied for the time being.
Optics here. Close range.
Yeah, sorry, apologies. It does seem like we are having problems
Evo shield here.
with some packet loss, I believe, across the board, including me as a caster, which is kind of interesting. So this is more just the status of, I believe, the server. I'm not 100% sure on this, so apologies for any lag that is currently coming through the screen.
Spotted a subject.
But it does look like Buck Nation did end up getting a fight. There's going to be KTA is going to lose 1, and they're actually going to lose 2, and they're going to drop 1. This is going to be a fight, but unfortunately KTA is going to go out. That's going to be Buck Nation. Handed some of the kill points there, as they will end up picking that one up. And it does look like a fight is going to be coming in. It's going to be team players now entering the picture. They're going to be trying to pick some of these up. They're going to get 1. They're going to get 2. That's going to be a second going down. And Dilemma finds 2 players there. They're going to be trying to get in onto this and finish this one off. It's going to be, well, I believe it's just only going to be Narwhals as the last man standing on this body. They're going to appear around the corner, and that's going to be Buck Nation out as well. So a lot of early fights going on towards Skyhook, and at the end of the day, it is going to be team players coming out on top. They will end up getting out of there, but they will have to start moving sooner rather than later.
Optics here. Sniper.
Dibs.
Yeah, unfortunately, there does seem to be some kind of packet loss going back with the server. I'm not 100% sure what the reasoning is. And unfortunately, it is going to be lagging a little bit on the server, unfortunately. So apologies for that going on screen as of right now. You're going to see Sim Squad is actually going to get into an engagement here, and I do believe that is going to be the side of MUNT who's going to be running for their lives, just trying to get out. They have used the Gibby bubble already, so unfortunately, Team 11 is not going to be able to get too much off here. He's going to get behind cover and get that battery off. Sim Squad is going to be charging forward. They want this kills. They want these points right now. It does look like the side of MUNT just kept on running. They are going to get out mostly, it looks like. So across the board, you're going to see a bit of a change here. Teams are going to be coming in. This is going to be TWS coming in towards Fragment West. And Geyser's actually going to start getting pushed here, because you will see below average damage entering the Geyser area. They do know there's a team over there. They are going to ping that one out. And they're going to just, I might actually just go straight for this Geyser to continue their rotation, it looks like. So they're going to get out, and they're going to run for it. So off they go.
Energy ammo here.
As Chop is actually going to spot those players as well, so they do know that they were there, as they're going to be working around the back. But unfortunately, no more fighting is going to be there. Now you're going to have a Lava City Big Mod squad that is going to be pure gamer gunk. Is going to head over towards the crafter. They're going to get some stuff in. Below average damage is coming in. They might actually spot this through. Actually, no, I think they're considerably far away, so they're just going to go for the balloon. They're going to hop up. On the other side, we're going to have Fiki Gaming Club and NUMT now are going to be the next possible engagement on the board. We're going to see them trying to back away.
We can cruise over here.
Do some research in this area.
They will spot him right through the glass ceiling. They might just kind of be staring at each other. Trying to let them do their thing. And now they most definitely will not. As they're going to see the fight is going to be going out there. You're going to see the grenades come through, but unfortunately, Fika's not going to be in much position here. They're going to just try to Valve out. And there goes MUNT. They're going to be out and gone. On the other side, it's going to be Texflex now in a fight. And that's going to be Roko Rollers, who's going to be dropped. So Texflex is going to come out on top of that one. As they are going to take down the Roko Rollers. And I do believe that might actually eliminate Roko Rollers from contention. Depending on whether or not other teams end up getting equal amount of points. But I do believe, yeah, that 0 kills. I'm not entirely sure where that will place them in the final standings, but they were outside of the top 10 before this game, and that might have been a farther issue there. In the meantime, just teams working around the edge, trying to get in towards the circle. I mean, there's still 11 squads left on the board, and there's plenty of distance between these squads. So there's still a lot of space to go as of right now, as the teams are going to be working their way in. And we're going to see where these end up going. It is going to be a nice circle for the side of SLG, as well as some of these squads down here. You're going to have MUNT below average damage, who are going to be in nice prime positions for the circle as well. So, fair amount of space to go as of right now. As I mean, this move from Lava City Big Mod might be the next engagement. Not too sure as of right now. You can see a lot of these players just across the map. It's going to be pure gamer gunk is going to be the next one ready. And then, yeah, just some decent movement around the outsides, but not a whole lot of action going on right now. And so that's going to be, I mean, Adored with that gold R301 is going to have nicely kitted out in terms of that. But it's going to be eating some shots, and they do know they're going to be taking some engagements here early. It's going to be Chop coming through. Apologies, I need to hear. Is there a amount of water? Pure Gamer Gunk is going to see that squad getting out of there. Probably not a whole lot they're going to be able to do about it, especially since now they're going to be taking fire from additional teams. And that is going to be MUNT on the other side. He's also going to be looking to, I think, just kind of get out when they can. Yeah, engagements are going to be on. They're going to be close range here with, I believe, below average damage. That's going to be a nice knock there out of Duncan Deadlifts. He's going to get that one. He's going to try to back down. There's going to be a squad coming in from behind as well. It is going to be Chop coming in from behind. We're going to see where, well, depending if below average damage is going to spot this out, but they are going to be going for this fight. It's going to be MUNT. He's going to be down 2. It'll just be down to HDA, who's going to be evacuating out the back door. He's going to leave his 2 teammates behind. He's going to go for those placement points. This is game 4. This is the last chance any team has to end up picking up any points. Low average damage now going to get into engagement from behind. They are going to be aware that this team is here. This is going to be Chop coming in from the top. Bloodhound is going to be getting that scan off. We're going to see if they can really find anybody, but a lot of players are coming in their direction. There's going to be 2 squads entering this area as well. As you can see, TWS flying in from behind. And that is really not going to be good news for either of these squads, because that's going to be a free third party for TWS. So yeah, below average damage is just going to be inside. They can see the players up top. I believe that was a Gibby ult that is now going to be coming down from outside. As yeah, across the map, not too much action. SLG might get into a fight here with the side of Fika. The Fika's going to be choosing to pick that engagement. Not too sure yet right now. But SLG is relatively aware of their existence here, as the caustic barrels are going to go out, and the caustic barrels are going to be taken down as well. Top shots are going to go out. But overall, not too much damage here. I mean, the side of SLG is looking on blue, purple, not the best that they want to be, and they're trying to get some of that kind of picked off if they can. Chica as well is going to have 2 blue and a gold. So again, not the most ideal situation that they find themselves in, but they will have that Valkyrie to be able to get out if necessary. TWS meanwhile is going to be an engagement. This is going to be a few here. It's going to be Pexflex coming in on them. Fight Chop, and Chop is actually going to go down on the other side. They were in the fight, I believe, with below average damage, ended up going down. Below average damage not going to get a break in fighting at all, as Pure Gamer Gunk is now going to be involved in this engagement, as they're going to be trying to just loot up what's left there as the circle is beginning to close. They won't have to really move just yet. They're in a decent position. They're just trying to get this reset off, as below average damage is still kind of staring right down at them. In the meantime, we got TWS now in a different engagement on the other side of the map. It's still Texflex, but Texflex is dealing with somebody else, and that's going to be Sim Squad, or excuse me, Team Players, coming from the outside. As you can see, the shots coming through. The Gibby bubble is going to be forced to pop. This is going to be attempted reset here coming out of them, as they're going to get the Valkyries out. And they're going to, well, they're going to crack one. They're not going to be able to finish them off, though, unfortunately. So that is going to be, the entire side is going to evacuate, but TWS is now getting the next one up. They're going to take down Lundum, so that's going to be one push, as they're going to be going in on towards Team Players here. Players is going to be backed up, and they're going to be just down to Sabacity, who's going to be, well, working on the outside with this flatline, is going to go down, so Team Players is going to be out, as that's going to be picked up there by TWS, and Pure Gamer Gunk is going to be coming back into this, I believe. So TWS trying to get these heals off, trying to get these resets, because Pure Gamer Gunk is coming in from the outside, as that C is going to go through. They're going to spot all these players here behind this corner, and there goes one. That's going to be hype drop. Unfortunately, the shield swap comes through, and well, yeah, YAC is going to go down as well. Doors even the next one up. There's going to be a nice shot from L99, and they're going to pick, or LD99, but they will pick up TWS. So TWS is going to exit in 9th place as of right now. So finally, all that fighting over on that corner of the map has finally been completed, and now it's going to be really Fika trying to get out here, as below average damage and co are going to be putting in some shots across the board. This is going to be Fika just trying to get out here towards the tunnel, back towards where sorry, yeah, they're going to be going back over here towards where Pure Gamer Gunk is.
Level 4.
And this is going to be a little bit awkward position, possibly, depending on how, because I do believe Fika's going to be moving in through the tunnels. They might, if they choose to go out the back, they're going to run straight into the side of Pure Gamer Gunk, and I don't think either team is kind of prepared for this as of right now. As they're just kind of looting up at MUNT was eliminated, and you can see Fika is going to exit out the close side of the tunnel. That will be okay for them. Sim Squad is kind of just in the middle of the zone right now. Take top down at all these players. They're attempting to cross here. As you can see, it's 4 on bases. And the guys from the side. Where are they? There they are. From the side BBKG. They are going to get that Val called out. They are going to leave and take a little bit of damage in the process. But they will be able to escape. They're going to try to reposition themselves as we prepare for the final circles, essentially. You can see below average damage is now going to be getting in the fight with Fika. They're going to lose one. They're going to drop one, though, in the process. You can see the players, but it's going to be 3 on the board. Wrapping around the side. That's going to be the Peacekeeper coming out. That is going to be Fika going down in 7th place, so they will exit. As it was the side of Pure Gamer Gunk they did end up running into after all, and they paid the price for it, unfortunately. Below average damage, still kind of staring down at those players, as we're now just down to 5 squads.
Let's check this quadrant.
It is going to be a full team across the board for all of them, and right now it's going to be Sim Squad that's probably in the best position out of all of them, closest to the circle that they're currently working with. So we're going to see how this movement goes around the outside. There's going to be some nice charge rifle shots, actually, coming out of Pexflex and Mr. Bulldogs. We're going to put up some nice shots. They're going to get some, well, almost a crack in there as well. I'm not entirely sure if they got much else there on towards the side of Sim Squad. Sim Squad forced to kind of back down there for the time being, and this will allow a rotate from the other side. I mean, you're going to have the side of below average damage as well, as the side of Pure Gamer Gunk coming in from the outside, SLG as well. So these are all teams that I believe are currently top 5. So right now, teams are going to be moving around the outsides. And really just kind of position right now for this next circle, but it's actually Tech Flex and a world of hurt there. One's going to go down. They're going to try to just kind of finish him off, secure that KP. Mr. Bulldop's going to be the next player up. He's going to be just eating a lot of damage. Actually, something comes out of that. That was a good shade. He's going to get a crack on one, loses most of his shield in the process. Unfortunately, just taking so much damage here. Unfortunately, is going to go down. It's all going to be on one guy. This is going to be the last one left for the squad. And just eating shots from every single direction. Pexflex is going to exit in 5th place. Below average damage, I believe, picked that one up. That's going to be working towards the outside. This is going to be Pure Gamer Gunk now trying to rotate in. They're taking some shots here from the side of SLG.
Extended.
You're going to see right now. They're going to be working around the outside. Sim Squad is going to be still set up very nicely here in a good position. I'm going to kind of watch all these teams come in. Unfortunately, SLG is going to be kind of on the outside looking in. They are in the circle as of right now, so they are going to be doing okay. Pure Gaming Gunk is going to be set up top. But below average damage is currently in a lot of trouble here. As the KB is going to have to back up. They're going to get onto that Valkyl. And they're... a lot of people are going to be shooting their direction. They might survive, and it does look like they're going to. So now they got to figure out where they're going to land, because you got to deal with the side of SLG, with the side of Sim Squad here. And they're just going to be landing here below Sim Squad. Sim Squad should know they're here as well. And that is going to mean that there is going to be a fair amount of fighting going on now as a result. But SLG coming in from the outside. And yeah, Sim Squad is aware of their existence now. As you can see, poor Care Bear and the rest of their team just kind of eating shots in all directions. So everybody's trying to heal up, and Care Bear is going to get absolutely slammed as he peeks out at the wrong time. Unfortunately, goes down. SLG now looking in on towards a squad of below average damage on the rotate. They're going to fire some shots. There's going to be a nice crack there, and it almost finished off onto Angsy. Unfortunately, not able to do so. More shots are going to be coming through, so there's going to be... I mean, there's not a whole lot is going to be happening right now until the next circle comes through. The mobile respawn beacon is going to be dropped for a little bit of cover, possibly. But Pure Gamer Gunk is just in a really awkward spot right now. The fuse ult is going to come out as well, which I believe should do a considerable amount. SLG is going to move a little bit outside the circle, see if they can reposition here for these shots in on towards below average damage. There's actually, nope, that's it. Below average damage is going to be eliminated, and now Sim Squad is going to be forced to rotate here as well, because they are no longer in this circle, so they're going to have to move. They are going to make that rotation back up to where they were positioned originally. Probably just come out the other side of it. Meanwhile, SLG is now in an engagement here. It's going to be with the side of Pure Gamer Gunk. Here comes Pure Gamer Gunk. They're going to drop one. They're going to drop a second. And I believe it's all going to be on Sledgehammer now remaining. He's going to just Valkyl, try to stay alive. He's going to lose both the teammates, though, unfortunately. That's going to be a lot of damage taken from the storm as well. So this is going to be SLG now reduced to a single player and 2 full squads to go. So this is probably not going to be SLG's to win unless they somehow pull off a miracle third party. But they are fully aware of Sledgehammer's presence, and this really should not be a problem. Players are going to kind of back away. I mean, you're going to have a Dord in a fantastic position all the way up top. Unfortunately, SLG will finally go out. So it is going to be Sim Squad versus Pure Gamer Gunk here in this last one. And while Pure Gamer Gunk is going to make that charge out here, I mean, SLG kind of in a lot of trouble. They're taking a significant amount of damage here. As you can see, well, Akunia trying to just drop some Watson walls down, try and just set up some positioning here. The ult's going to just go out as well, so that will give them a little bit of bonus cover and a little bit of kind of pickup for any projectiles coming their way. And unfortunately, the most it'll probably be able to save them from is a black hole, and there's not even a black hole on the table for the time being. As this is just going to be a high ground versus a low ground here. Sim Squad try to just set up in a decent position, but they're going to wrap around the outside. The circle's going to begin to close, and it's actually going to be closing like almost directly on the middle of where they are. So there's going to be one team. It's going to be Yangzi. Is going to end up getting dropped from behind. So Sim Squad takes down one. They're going to be looking for the second as well. It's going to be next up. Sorry, was going to be McLovin. Pure Gamer Gunk now is now just down at LD99. He's going to be the last alive with the car. He's going to throw shots out at one. Is not going to be able to finish it off. Sim Squad is going to take it. And they're going to be your champions in the 4th match of groups. That's going to close out group number 1. And we're going to find out our 10 teams that are going to be advancing onwards from this point. So congratulations to Sim Squad with their closeout. And that is going to be it for group 1.